Hi, it's Paul Nygren with Minnesota Lead Testers here with another quick tip. Here are the top 5 lead testing mistakes. Number 5, not sampling enough locations in the area that you're working. Oftentimes contractors will test 1 or 2 spots in an area, even just one room, and think that they have no lead in there. I many times will test a single room. For a single room, I would test at least 10 to 15 locations in that room, and often only 1 or 2 of those locations will contain lead. That means unless you hit those 2 locations on your 2 tests, you're gonna miss that, and you're gonna expose people to lead when you demo that room. Number 4, assuming any level of lead is a potential hazard. Lead is found in paint in various amounts. Some of that is low enough that it does not require lead-safe practices. If you use a swab to test, it's gonna turn red, if it works properly that day, and it's gonna tell you there's lead hazard there. Our equipment will tell you the exact amount of lead per square centimeter, and if it's below that threshold, lead-safe practices are not required. Number 3, always assuming there's lead. Assuming lead on all your projects and going through all the RRP hassle for maybe no reason if there is no lead can be expensive. It can cost more than testing for lead. There's another reason not to do that. If you are working on a project that does not contain lead, but you don't have documentation to prove it, during the project, a breach in your containment, after your project, the homeowner comes back at you and says you exposed their family to lead, you have no recourse. You assumed there was lead, they assume there's lead, a judge is gonna assume there was lead, you're screwed. You need to test and have documentation if there's no lead. You can still put up your containment, still use lead if you want, but if there's an issue on that project, you'll wanna know if there was actually lead there or not. And your workers will thank you if they don't have to wear Tyvek suits and masks through a project that had no lead in it. Number 2, using test swabs. Test swabs are notoriously inaccurate. They not only give false positives, they give false negatives. So you don't know. Maybe there's lead, it's telling you there is no lead. Maybe there is no lead, it's telling you there is lead. They also don't test enough areas. When I test a room, that's at least 15 sites I test. If I test the interior of a whole house, that's 100 to 130 test sites. You can't do that with swabs. Even if you did, the cost of the swabs would be greater than the cost of having us test, and the results would not be accurate. You'd have to cut notches in all your materials to test it properly. It's just not feasible to use swabs to get an accurate test. Number 1, not calling a professional. All of these mistakes could be avoided by calling a professional. The small upfront cost will save you big in the long run. So when in doubt, always call a pro. Anytime you have lead questions, we're here to help. Contact us anytime by email or phone call. We'll respond quickly. Like this video and want to learn more about lead? Check out our channel and some of our other great videos. Don't forget to subscribe while you're there. See you next time.